that date, Thursday, June 11th, will be their first show. Dr. Stradek, would you mind coming up and sharing a little bit more about this group?
Good evening, members of the Board of Education, families, staff, and students. Tonight, our fifth grade students will share a song from a musical production they have been working on for months. What began as an ambitious idea last September has grown into a wonderful example of collaboration, creativity, and student leadership. In September, two of our first grade teachers, Mrs. Christina Brown and Ms. Caroline Tasheen, came to me with a proposal to bring a fifth grade musical to Defino. Their vision was inspiring, and they have poured countless hours into making it a reality, from organizing auditions to leading evening rehearsals right up into the opening night on June 11th. They were soon joined by two talented colleagues who helped bring the production to life. Our music teacher, Miss Emily Huguenin, who has guided their students through musical numbers, and the third grade teacher, Miss Molly L. Slager, who has supported the students with choreography and dance elements. This effort would not have been possible without the dedication of these four teachers, along with generous support from our incredible parent volunteers and the Defino PTO. Most importantly, our students have embraced this opportunity with enthusiasm and hard work. They have spent hours learning lines, rehearsing songs, and perfecting choreographed dances. Their commitment and joy have truly made this production their own. Before our students perform, I would like to invite Mrs. Brown and Mrs. Sheen up to say a few words about this special project.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Dave. So he really said it all. These kids have been working so hard, and we have been having just so much fun rehearsing and getting ready. And we've asked a lot from these kids, from auditioning in January. They've been learning dance steps and song lyrics, and they've just really risen to the challenge. So we're super proud of them and the work they've put into opening night. So we hope you'll join us June 11th or 12th at 6:15. We'll be performing.
I know Dave already thanked several people, but we also want to make sure that we thank the Marlboro Education Foundation for their very generous donation for our costumes. They are amazing, and you're going to love seeing them. We also want to thank our Defino PTO, our parent volunteers, especially Melissa Gargaro, who has been there every hour of the day with us, helping us out. So she has just been amazing. None of this would be possible without our incredible community. So thank you so much, everybody.
And here is We're All in This Together.
Thank you. And we adjusted, I apologize for adjusting this a little bit, but I wanted to make sure our families get to see this, but I also want to make sure, because we do videotape the meeting, they should be part of the videotape, not to the side. So thank you very much for being here. I'm super excited about hearing and seeing what you're about to do. So thank you.
Great job, guys. That was awesome. Does anyone want to take a second and share some of the things that you've done to prepare for this opening night so far? Anyone brave enough that wants to share? All right, Nico.
I practice a lot at home.
Awesome.
We all work together as a team to make this happen.
Love to hear that. Awesome.
As the song says, we're all in this together. So, yeah.
We all worked hard and prepared and sang the songs and practiced as much as we can to help everybody.
Yeah, I honestly have never seen so much time and effort go into a fifth grade musical before. This is Broadway level stuff right here. Excellent job.
We had days that we learned to sing and dance the choreography, and it was so fun to learn to do it together.
Awesome.
We had fun doing it and practicing and stuff. Yeah.
Last one.
So, we were preparing, and then we had, other things, like catchphrases that would help. So, during the We're All in This Together, it was stars, hands, fly, and take. And then we would just memorize it, and that's how we would, get together and do it, well.
That's fantastic. Learning all the way through this musical. Can we give them one more big round of applause? Can we also give a big round of applause to our 4 teachers who kind of put this together? Thank you guys so much.
Dr. Stradek, that was absolutely amazing. And to your class and to your students, I just want to say, the performance was amazing. I mean, better than the original, right? Bottom line, better than the original. But what I loved is their comments at the end. And I think you were reflected, as you were reflecting, I was listening, and I heard some really key points. Teamwork, support, dedication, commitment, right? And a real love for what you're doing. So that is just awesome. Congratulations. Best of luck when you do this in June, and I hope to be able to be there as well. So this is great, and I imagine you're going to go a lot further with this. So congratulations, and thank you for doing it here. Mr. Ballone? We are up to the next one.
Yep.
So, Mrs. Mazzarello, are you here? Okay, she will be soon? Okay, just so everyone knows, we wanted to invite Robertsville PTO to do their presentation at the board meeting. They weren't able to attend the last meeting, and we want to make sure every PTO has this opportunity. So as soon as Ms. Mazzarello comes, we'll get back to that. We'll move on to the staff kindness certificates next. And there's quite a bit of them, and there's a long list, so I imagine that'll give her a sufficient amount of time to get here. But we're looking forward to that presentation as well. Thank you. Okay, so then, Mr. Ballone, we are going to jump over to staff kindness certificates.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Cohen. As I explain every month, we offer staff kindness certificates to staff members who go above and beyond. They are recognized by many different people. They could be recognized by parents, students, colleagues, and the like. So this month we do have a very long list, which is a good problem to have, right? So this is always one of my favorite portions of this of the board meetings. So we will start with the staff recognition for the Power Parent Academy that just recently took place. Bear with me while I read all of the names. When I read your name, if you could please come up and stand here, and then we will congratulate you all together, and then we have your certificate for you. First, let me just read the email that came in. We have an email from a parent and also from Mrs. Morgan Gross, Assistant Superintendent. So all of their sentiments were captured in here. Thank you all for your incredible efforts in planning, organizing, and facilitating the Power Parent Academy. The event was beyond exceptional and a testament to your creativity and commitment to the Power students and families. As always, you went above and beyond to create an engaging and meaningful experience that culminated the work you have done throughout the year in the program. The New Jersey Boardwalk theme was thoughtfully executed, and the academically aligned games were highly engaging. The energy in the room was vibrant and joyful from the moment guests walked through the doors. I also want to acknowledge the significant time and effort you invested after a full workday to bring this event together. A special thank you to Danny and his team supporting us as we brought in boxes and even more boxes of supplies and decorations, and a big thank you to Vinny Palmero for supplying us with food. They were a hit. Thank you again for your hard work and enthusiasm throughout the entire process, and for your hard work making such a lasting impact on our Power School community. You are what makes the program and the Parent Academy so successful. And now for the recognition of everyone involved here for the Parent Power Academy. Miss Brittany Alicastro. Kristen Onchelowitz. Jillian Ashed. Karen Bartlett. Robin Bayer. Kristen Beery. Kimberly Bodak. Tanya Bonarigo. Farah Bono. Lisa Brusicchese. Eileen Carr. Danny Cheney. Shannon Collins. Jackie DiVirgilio. Jordan Dorn. Angela Fiorello. Lainey Gershman. Morgan Gross. David Hatter. Jamie Jones. Katie Krusness. Jennifer Levine. Lisa Yano. Nicole McDonald. Denise Mastrogiacomo. Megan McCauley. Stephanie McGordy. Kara O'Brien. Margot O'Connor. Vinny Palmero. Daniela Patino. Jessica Syatt. Robin Stafflinger. Jill Strauss. Katie Voltaggio. Jennifer Waldman. Can somebody document this with a picture? If they can fit. I didn't miss anyone, did I? Anyone in the audience who is expected to come up here? Okay, good. We did a good job. Thank you. Yes, I think, Morgan, you should be in the picture as well. Okay, moving right along, we are recognizing an individual from the administration building. Karen Nadler, are you here this evening? Come on up, Karen. This is an email that came in from a colleague over at Asher Holmes. Carol Kaleo. She is the school counselor at Asher Holmes. Stay here, Karen. Karen Nadler has been incredibly patient and supportive while assisting all MEF grant recipients. She has consistently taken the time to answer questions, all questions, and even went out of her way to help correct an item that was mistakenly ordered. I didn't even know about that, so thank you. All to the benefit of the students at Asher Holmes. Thank you, Karen, for going above and beyond. Congratulations. Christine Bodsford from Memorial. I did see you. Come on up, Christine. This is from a parent, Mrs. Retz. Mrs. Christine Bodsford is a wonderful and enthusiastic teacher who makes reading so much fun for my son. She communicates so well with me, and I never have to worry about a thing in her class. I know my son is always in good hands. She is a teacher that truly cares about her students and their success and should be recognized. Congratulations again, Mrs. Bodsford. Okay, this certificate, or these certificates, I should say, comes out of Marlboro Middle School. This is an email from Mr. and Mrs. Amon. Erin Aludo, are you out there? Okay, we can give her a hand anyway. Jessica Rantanella. Ashley Rodriguez. Hillary Roos. Alex Turnamian. Lindsay Vaverka. The email stated, our 7th grade daughter is having another outstanding year at Marlboro Middle School. Her confidence level has risen so much, and we are so grateful. We want to give a special thanks to her math teacher, Ms. Rodriguez, who has been so encouraging. Her ELA teacher, Ms. Rantanella, she loves Ms. Roos and Ms. Aludo's classes and has had great encouragement from the athletics department, especially from Ms. Vaverka for soccer and basketball. A very special thanks to Alex out front, the security monitor, who is so kind and a pleasure to email and make an early dismissal or getting an item to our daughter flawless. Thank you all for what continues to be an amazing year. Congratulations. Okay, our final certificates come out of Robertsville Elementary School. This is an email from a parent, Mrs. Piernick. Brianna Renna and Courtney Kless, come on up. I wanted to take a moment to recognize 2 exceptional members of the Robertsville team who consistently go above and beyond in support of our students and families. Mrs. Renna, school psychologist and case manager, is truly outstanding. She is always available to connect, whether it is to talk through an academic concern or support a social emotional need. Her responsiveness, thoughtfulness, and dedication make a meaningful difference. Mrs. Kless, the BCBA, is equally remarkable. She approaches every situation with a can-do attitude and a genuine willingness to help. No matter the challenge, she finds a way to support students and staff with both expertise and care. While they may not be classroom teachers, their impact is undeniable. Their commitment, compassion, and professionalism do not go unnoticed, and I am incredibly grateful for all that they do. Congratulations.
Thank you, and congratulations to everyone. I think we just broke a record, right? that was the most we've done, so we can only get better from here, right? This is actually an exciting part of our meetings, and it comes because people are willing to speak up and talk about the amazing work you're doing in our school district and for our students. So thank you so much for being the shining stars to the parents and to the students that you touch every day. And once again, congratulations to everyone. Mrs. Mazzarello, welcome. We're going to invite up Mrs. Mazzarello, the president of the PTO at Robertsville, to provide us with a report on the great things that you're doing. So welcome and thank you for being here tonight.
Oh, thank you so much, Elise. Is it on? Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Thank you guys for having me. It's not on? My voice carries. All right. As we look back over the last 2 months, it's hard to believe just how much our PTO has packed into a very short time. Since September, our Robertsville Roadrunners have truly been busy celebrating, giving back, and building memories. And I'm so proud to share a snapshot of what we've accomplished together. We kicked off September by welcoming our families back with our annual ice cream social, opening the first school store of the year, and a welcome back lunch for our amazing teachers and staff. Right? We also held our first dine out at Shake Shack, ran a successful fall clothing drive, and sold back-to-school night goodie bags to welcome our new and returning Roadrunners, especially our kindergartners. October brought some of our most anticipated events. We hosted our much-loved Boo Bash, followed by a wildly successful Glow Fit dance, which raised over $13,000 towards playground upgrades. Thanks to those efforts, we funded a second Gaga pit floor, playground stencil games, and indoor recess boxes. October also included a McDonald's line-out and the EMA assembly, teaching how to protect yourself and be kind. In November, our PTO truly showed its heart. We proudly collected and assembled Thanksgiving baskets overflowing with all the fixings, complete with donated turkeys to support families in the Marlboro community. At the same time, we supported Movember in honor of men's health, highlighted by our very own principal, Mr. J, who ditched the razor and embraced the full stash and beard. Teachers and students joined in on the fun by wearing mustaches for the day. We cannot forget the fall book fair, where our love of books truly showed, selling out of our bestsellers twice in 1 week. December may never be long enough, but we certainly made the most of it. In the true spirit of the holiday season and with the guidance of Ms. Tongring and Ms. Tessler, our annual gift drive was a huge success. Giving Robertsville families the opportunity to sign up and fulfill the wish list of families in need, we are proud to say that the response was overwhelming, with generous support pouring in from our Robertsville families. We also hosted a pretzel sale in our holiday boutique, where students shopped independently for their loved ones. Throughout the month, students participated in weekly holiday spirit days, some of our favorites. And the PTO surprised them with something special each week. Not only did they give back and use their hearts, but we did too. We had a chance to put them all in the spotlight. We kicked things off with Grinch Day on December 1st, complete with Grinch-themed outfits and a Grow Your Own Heart craft to take home. The following week, we partnered with EJ's PJs, a nonprofit organization that provides pajamas to children in need. Students wore pajamas to school and generously donated brand new pairs. Week 3 brought Ugly Sweater Day. The PTO sent home hot chocolate to make and enjoy with their family. And finally, to close out December and welcome 2026, students dressed their best and went home with one of our favorite give-backs yet, the embroidered Roadrunner knit beanie, which our teachers also did receive. We cannot forget the supplies. We provided Ms. Carney with additional art supplies, continued our monthly Stock the Fridge, and stocked Nurse Fran with many supplies as well. We continue to do so throughout the year. This year, we partnered with Brookdale Community College in a very special project. By the help of Ms. McDonald, the Brookdale students generously donated their time to build theater flats for Mrs. Talmadge. These flats are a huge addition to our arts program at Robertsville, allowing future productions to transform the stage and fully immerse our students in the magic of performance. So a tremendous thank you to everyone involved in making that happen. As we welcome 2026, we didn't slow down. We kicked off the new year with an immersive Sky Dome assembly where students felt like they were transported into outer space. Still talks about one of their favorites. We launched our monthly book club, hosted a pajama day dress down fundraiser, held our Winter Wonderland dance, and conducted lip sync host tryouts. We also began celebrating our 5th graders as they began to count down the days until they move on to middle school, starting with a hot chocolate social and chocolate sale fundraiser to help offset the costs of their end-of-year activities. February brought so much love and kindness. In just a few short weeks, we partnered with Melly's for our annual DIY Heart Pizza Kit sale and sold love grams to everybody to spread the love. Celebrated Valentine's Day with our teachers and staff, including a special surprise delivery of roses to each one of them, because that's all they deserve. And finally, we're proud to share that we recently assembled out and delivered our indoor recess boxes to every homeroom. They were filled with a variety of age-appropriate games, giving students fun and engaging options to play with while they take a brain break during inclement weather days. Leading us into our much-anticipated lip show. This deserves its own stand-on point. And the teeth talent was incredible. Not only did our talented staff open the show, they warmed up the stage for our first ever kindergarten performers. We're excited to share that this was our largest show yet, with 24 groups in total that performed. This year, we led Teacher Appreciation Week with bringing our teachers and staff to the islands, a tropical theme reminding that each and one of them, they are sensational. A special thank you to our generous Roadrunner families for their donations, allowing us to use those special vendors, Paris Baguette, Sophia's Taqueria, Everything Bun Cakes, and the Scream Chuck. One of our favorites yet. In a sweet effort to give back, the PTO had Goldie's Ice Cream Truck attend our art show, allowing all the families to order a quick dessert. At Robertsville, we don't just plan events. We build community, create lasting memories, and show our students what it means to lead with heart. Everything we do is rooted with one simple goal: to make every student and staff member feel seen, celebrated, and proud to be a Robertsville Roadrunner. With so much accomplished and even more not mentioned, I cannot end this update without shining a well-deserved spotlight on our PTO Executive Board, not just as a whole, but individually. Ashley McCormack, my Vice President. Jackie Marino, our Treasurer. Chandani Shah, our Secretary. Fundraising Chairs Yvonne, Dana, and Melissa. Event Chairs Alicia Fitzgerald and Vicki Casimir. School Spirit Chairs Caitlin Romano and Dina Gianvecchio. Sunshine Chairs Miriam Plando and Prula Kadikia. Each of these women have dedicated countless hours, endless energy, and so much heart to turning creative ideas into lifelong memories for our students and staff. I truly cannot imagine a better group to represent Robertsville or embody what it means to be a Roadrunner. This is what happens when a community comes together. We don't just support our school, we elevate it together. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. None of this would be possible without each of you, and we look forward to the next few months and continued collaboration with our incredible teachers, staff, and all the memories to come. Thank you.
Mrs. Mazzarello, thank you so much for that. That was amazing. You know, action-packed list of things that you've done throughout the school year. It's amazing. I know a lot of those things you probably repeat each year, and it becomes, I'm not going to say it becomes easier, right? But what I loved about it is that you embraced your newest learners in the school to be a part of that, which is the kindergarten classes. So that is just amazing to have them part of the talent show and just a part of your community. So congratulations, and thank you for doing the work that you do at Robertsville, as well as the rest of your team, including Mrs. McCormick. Thank you. The next part of our agenda is that we're going to go into an executive session for approximately 60 minutes. I need a motion to move into exec. Ms. Carrero, second. Mr. Lolansky, all in favor? Anyone opposed? Thank you, everyone. We will be back in about 60 minutes. We appreciate you being here tonight, and thank you so much, and congratulations again to you on your certificates tonight.
Yes.
Call the roll.
Yes, thank you. Okay, Mrs. Belomo.
Here.
Mrs. Carrero.
Here.
Mr. Hyatt. Mrs. Jankowski.
Here.
Mr. Lalansky.
Here.
Dr. Miskowitz.
Here.
Mr. Smith.
Here.
And Mr. Cohen.
Here. Thank you. Picking up where we left off on our agenda, we are up to announcements. Mr. Ballone?
Yes, thank you. I do have a few announcements. The first one is related to some of the shifts that we're making here in the school district. I had mentioned, I think in the past, in a pretty general way, as we start receiving enrollments, especially in kindergarten, we're keeping a close eye on that. The numbers are starting to come in, and we're at a point now where we've made the decision that all of our kindergarten classes will be out in the elementary schools. We had two, if you recall, we had two remaining at the Abbott Center from Robertsville and Asher. We are able to move those kindergarten classes out. We do have a large number of kindergarten registrants at Asher, so we have to determine if we can house all of them there or not. We're still trying to determine that. If we cannot, they will not be at the Abbott Center. So maybe in one of the other elementary schools we'll house one class if that's needed. We're still working on that. We do have room around the district. We just have to look at transportation, logistics. So what we do know is we will not have any kindergarten classes at the Abbott Center. So that leads me into my second portion. Now that we have confirmed that, the Abbott Center will be housing the integrated preschool program, which is a part of special services oversees that. So we also, if you recall, at our last meeting, or maybe it was 2 meetings ago, Mrs. Nowaki's retirement, was accepted on that agenda. And as I've mentioned in the past, anytime we have a resignation or retirement, we have to look at every single position and ask ourselves, can we do this differently? Sometimes the answer is yes, and sometimes the answer is no. With the kindergartens now moving out into the elementary schools, it just makes sense to move principals around. That will help our budget for the future. And so the way it's going to look right now is Mr. Perno, who is the principal of the Abbott Center, will be moving to Marlboro Elementary School. Mr. Schatz, who is the principal at Marlboro Elementary School, will be moving to Marlboro Middle School. So essentially by doing that, we are able to go down a principal budgetarily by moving people around, which is a fiscally responsible thing that we need to do at the moment. These were very difficult decisions, and the rationale behind it is anytime we make a move, be it a teacher, administrator, or any other staff member, we look at experience and their fit for the specific role, and those two positions are good fits, right? You can say, well, why did you choose those two principals and not anyone else? Just looking at their backgrounds and their experience, they are the best fit for the district, while it also enables us to save a substantial amount of money. So doesn't affect class size, doesn't affect programming, and it saves us a lot of money. And that's what we will continue to do as we get retirements and resignations in. We will look at those positions and determine if we actually need to fill them.
And I don't know the answer to this. That's why I'm asking. You don't need an administrator at the Abbott?
So, great question. Yeah, I failed to mention that. So, well, I began to mention we have the Special Services Department oversees the integrated preschool program. So the supervisor of special services will be housed at the Abbott Center on a daily basis, and the certificated person overseeing that program, as with the principal certificate, will be the director of special services. You're welcome.
For the preschool, is these moves, have any discussion been opened up about universal preschool, and if these moves are going to help set that up, or is that where we're going? Is that a direction that you see for us over the next X amount of years?
So I would like to expand our preschool program in-house and offer families within the district the opportunity to grow that program. Currently, we have 30 students who are paying tuition, who are on the general education side. I would like to expand that, but we need to do it with purpose, because if you don't expand enough and you have to open up another class, now you have more teachers, more aides to hire that you may not cover necessarily. And as I've mentioned before during the budget process, even at our rate of $10,000 for next year, it still does not cover the cost of a preschool child. So we have to be mindful in terms of expansion without losing more money, because currently the program, we don't make money on that program.
So I know universal preschool is something that's been rolling out, and there is an intended plan for it to be in all districts through the state, but over a long period of time. Is that grant program, can you explain a little bit about universal preschool, and if that's something that we're discussing at this time or in the foreseeable future? Yeah,
so what Mrs. Baloma was talking about is through the New Jersey Department of Ed. They provide a grant program for universal preschool. The problem with that is space, right? And I personally don't believe that our preschool students should be Marlboro preschool students in a strip mall, which a lot of them are, right? If you don't have space in your schools, you contract out with a private provider, and there are issues with that, right? You're contracting out with a private provider. They're not really your employees, but they're supposed to follow your curriculum and your rules, and oftentimes they don't, and then it becomes a battle.
You just mentioned curriculum. For the state-granted preschool programs, do they implement they choose the curriculum and they implement it? So whereas as a district, your curriculum committee can choose between Harcourt or Sabas for their math, or they can choose between HMH or McGraw-Hill for their literacy. Their preschool program is mandated according to their rules, and there's very little leeway that there is. So to me, that's also another a concern for me in regards to having a state-granted preschool, is not having the ability to decorate your classroom the way you want, have the own rules. What?
Flexibility.
There's really none, I
Right.
believe, with the state-granted. It's very problematic. Yeah.
I've spoken to many of my colleagues about it, and it's a challenge. You lose that layer of control that I think we would like here and that we've had here, and I think we can do it incrementally, but do it better and serve our community in the way that suits our community. So that has been my approach, although there are districts who have gone out to the entire universe of preschool students within their school district, but what they wind up doing more often than not is, as I mentioned, you're educating children just about anywhere. They're not necessarily in a school per se. They're in a storefront, they're in a strip mall, and they're educated at an arm's length from us, and I would rather not operate that way.
So the only reason I'm bringing it up, and I'll just say flat out, I'm not for universal preschool, but with all the building going on in town and, you know, things that are changing, there's going to be a higher demand for that. And I know that it is something that is being rolled down and kind of mandated through the state over a long period of time. I don't know what they said the span of time
Yeah,
was.
I mean, we don't even have the space to do with that. right now.
So this is not first phase?
This is not that.
Okay, thank you. That was where I was.
Any other questions for Mr. Ballone? Mr. Ballone, I know you said our current capacity for the preschool program is 30 students, and I assume that you're going to explore what expansion would look like, and whether or not there is any additional capacity under the current resources we have to expand without bringing on additional resources?
Exactly. So when I talk about incremental increase, Mrs. Jelinski and I are going to work on what a possible increase could look like without having to hire new staff. So could you take on another 2 or 3 students per class? Maybe, maybe not. We're currently looking at that now. And essentially what that would do is instead of the 30 paying tuition students, maybe you have, and I'm just picking numbers, maybe you have 40. So you can bring in an additional $100,000 of revenue. Again, it doesn't fully fund everything, but it's $100,000 more than we have now. So we're exploring things like that.
But it also opens up the opportunity to potentially an X number of additional families that can have
Absolutely.
a seat in Marlboro for preschool as opposed to going to a private provider.
Yes.
And then, like, lastly, my last question on the moves is that this special education staff that you spoke about that is moving now and being housed at the preschool, I know they had presence in other schools quite often. How do you see that affecting what's being able to be done with our special education throughout the district?
I've met with the special education department, and we've looked at it. It's analogous to our English and math supervisors, who are district level supervisors. They travel out to the buildings and serve the teachers, and the special services supervisor will do the same.
So for behavioral or just day-to-day discipline issues, who will be handling those at the preschool level?
So behavioral issues, you have your staff on, right? You have your special services staff who would obviously handle that, but if anything needs to get to the administrative level, it would go to the supervisor.
So it would be the supervisors that are now, they're kind of like acting principals. Like, I know my son went to ELC, and if there was ever, you know, just little things that would go back and forth, we would meet with Mr. Perno. Mr. Perno would oversee the PTA when I was there. So that would be overseen by the special services?
The structure might look a little different. I know I was having discussions with the PTO president over at the Abbott Center. So they're going to make a decision on what that looks like. But so once things start taking shape a little better, we'll have a better idea. But essentially, the supervisor will be there on a daily basis, and then the director will be the person overseeing the building as wearing the principal hat.
Did I also understand that when you said that the ELC the supervisor of special services will be housed at the ELC, at the Abbott Center, and they have a principal certificate or equivalent of a principal certificate?
She currently is working on that. The director has the principal certificate.
Okay. So, all right, just going back to that, the opportunity as far as expansion and using current resources and future resources. When will you be able to sort of report back to the board on this opportunity? Would this be for this coming fall, or do you imagine that it's not going to happen in the fall, it would happen in the following year?
I'm not sure. We're still exploring. I would say it's possible for the fall, but we have to explore what the makeup of each classroom looks like. So we've had discussions about it, but we need to now engage other staff to really determine if we added, and again, I'm using just an easy round number, if we added 10 more gen ed students to that program, what does that look like? What does the ratio look like, gen ed to special ed? Because it's important that there is opportunity for the special ed students to integrate with gen ed students with a ratio that is not too wide, right? You don't want, 15 special ed students in a room with one gen ed student, or vice versa. So we have to look at what the population looks like, and the population changes every year for the special ed population, right? The numbers. We know our 30 gen ed students are consistent, so we have to see what those numbers are looking like. Can we take on an additional, again, for example, 10, and look at the ratios. So I can come back to the board maybe even next month and report out on that.
That'd be great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions for Mr. Balone? Any other announcements?
I have one more question.
Sure.
This is a logistical question, but I know just from being at ELC, it's very difficult to get donations and things for parent organizations. The children are there for such a short period of time. Now they're going to be there for even a shorter period of time, and the general ed population is paying, a substantial tuition. But those programs that were provided by the PTO, they always did a phenomenal job. And is there going to be something brought to the board to possibly approve a bigger student activities fund or something? Because just from going to private preschool as well, with my other children, like most of that stuff is included in tuition. So what does it look like to kind of assist the parents that are trying to do these things there?
I've had that conversation with Mrs. Sturcio already in anticipating perhaps if there is no PTO there, right? I'm not saying there isn't, but I'm just saying if that were to be the case, Mrs. Sturcio said she would, because it's a special ed program, she can use special ed funding for things like the pumpkin patch and the chick hatching and those sorts of things. So we're supposed to get together. We talked in a very general way, but we're going to get together and perhaps even engage the current PTO president to determine how we can fill in the gaps. So she's certainly willing to do that.
Good. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you. Moving on to our next item, we are at...
Michael, do you want to... We have one more announcement.
Oh, you have another?
Yeah, I just wanted...
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. It's okay. We got notification today that we received the Certificate of Excellence in Auditing for 2025 again. So it's
congratulations.
Like 20-something years. So I'm very excited that we got that. So
how many years in a row is that?
It's like 25 or 6.
That's great.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you
thank
and your team.
Thank you.
And how long have you been here, Chris?
27?
27 years. So.
But who's counting?
I don't know.
She's going to defer to the former BA 2 BAs ago.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing that announcement, too. We're up to school bus driver abstracts.
Yep, all abstracts were in good standings. So
thank you.
You're welcome.
Report on Anti-Bullying Bill of Rights Act.
Yep, so we do this twice a year, if you recall. And it's a mandated report in the fall and the spring. In the fall, the district submitted scores to the New Jersey Department of Education, which were certified, and they had to be reapproved. All the information was outlined in the green notes for you. The score of 78 was the top score, so when you see a 78 for a school, don't think that they didn't do well. That is the top score. And the district scores were in the high 70s, and every location was either meeting or exceeding expectations for adherence. So essentially what they do is the schools do a self-score, and then it gets sent to the Department of Ed for their approval. So even if a school doesn't get a 78 and they get a 77 or 76, that doesn't mean they're deficient. It just has to do with sometimes it's, how many assemblies did you have regarding HIB? So they're certainly meeting or exceeding, but they're very honest in terms of there's a rubric that they have to score themselves on, and if they've only done 2, which is mandated, that's fine. Maybe that gives them a meeting expectations, but if they've done 4, that might exceed. So, our scores are very good, and we should be proud of the implementation of HIB across the district, and it's very consistent as well. And we look at trends and those sorts of things. So our counselors, our schools are doing a great job with that. And as you know, you see every single HIB that comes through the district at every board meeting.
Thank you. I think if I remember correctly, and you may have said this in your comments just now, I was just trying to flip through this. The max score here, I think, is an 80, right?
78.
78.
78.
And all of our schools scored 77. So that's pretty great. Thank you. Any questions on the anti-bullying? Seeing none, we'll move on. We are up to public comments. Do we have anyone signed up?
I do not.
Would anyone like to speak? Seeing no one for public comments, motion to close public comments. Mr. Smith, second. Mr. Hyatt, all in favor? Anyone opposed? We close public comments. We'll move on to the next item, which is communications.
I have none.
No communications. Thank you. We'll move on to the next item, which is referendum update.
Okay. So the last meeting that we spoke about, April 21st, that was the meeting in which we rejected the first round of bids, and we were going to go back out to bid. So we went out to bid again on Wednesday, April 22nd. The bids were opened on Friday, May 8th. There were 8 bids submitted, of which 6 of the 8 bids were in the project budget. The lowest bid is $292,000 lower than in the first round. So that was very positive. The low bid for the second round is Chappelle Mechanical. The bid came in at $4,663, $4.6 million. And we will be putting a resolution on later in the meeting to award.
Thank you. Any questions or for Mrs. Jelinski on the referendum? Seeing none. Thank you, Ms. Jelinski, on that. That's a good report. We are up to Superintendent's HIB report.
So this is the report from the period May 1st, 2026 through May 14, 2026. There were 0 incidents.
Thank you. Moving on to meeting dates, I'll note that our next meeting is Tuesday, June 16th, which will be our last meeting of this school year. June 18th is graduation for the middle schools, so we're excited about that. And then we have a meeting in July 21st, and our next meeting is on August 25th. I will move the next item for the board to vote on, which I will need a second, which is the minutes of the April 21st regular meeting and the April 21st executive meeting. Can I have a second? Mr. Hyatt. Ms. Jelinski, would you do a roll call, please?
Yes.
I'm sorry, before I go any further, is there any questions about or any changes to those minutes? Seeing none. Okay, Ms. Jelinski.
Okay. Mrs. Belomo.
Yes to the regular meeting minutes and abstain from the executive minutes.
Thank you. Mrs. Carrera.
Yes.
Mr. Hyatt. Mrs. Jankowski.
Yes.
Mr. Lalansky.
Yes.
Dr. Miskowitz.
Yes.
Mr. Smith.
Yes.
And Mr. Cohen.
I think the April 21st meeting, I have to abstain. I wasn't at, was at the March 21st. I don't remember which meeting. March 24th. Then I was at the April 21st meeting. Then I vote yes to both those.
Excellent.
Thank you. I just lost track of my dates. Thank you. Moving on to the next item, which is the acting board secretary's monthly certifications.
Yep, we certify everything there were nothing that was exceeded the line expectation, so all's well.
And note just for the board members, I asked this question, why is it still said acting board secretary monthly certification when we appointed last meeting? It's because it's effective next meeting. So I just wanted everyone to know that was, something that got past me, but thank you. And we are looking forward to it taking out the word acting.
Me too.
Moving on to committee reports, buildings and grounds, Mr. Lalansky.
Buildings and grounds met. Chris did an excellent job of, because we only met to discuss the referendum and the bid process. So Chris did an excellent job of reporting back in the referendum. And the rest that we did discuss is under attorney-client privilege. So that's my report. I just also put my other hat on for safety and security. We did secure a meeting with the chief and the mayor for June 9th, so at the next meeting, I'll be able to report back on that. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Lolansky? Seeing none, moving on. Going to the Communications Committee. Ms. Carrera, you're going to do the update on that?
Yes. And so I have my notes on my phone. So we met to discuss several ongoing initiatives relating to, community engagement, accessibility of the district information. One of the major topic of our this past meeting that we had was the proposed YMCA before-after care survey. We reviewed survey design best practices, just different considerations like importance of neutral wording, balanced response options, and gathering meaningful feedback for both for the current program users and for us to better understand community needs and perspectives, so we can, continue seeing what we need to consider as far as like child care programming. We also discussed continuing efforts to improve like the clarity and accessibility of district communications. Like some may have seen that there were different formats that went out in one of the more recent district communications, so like podcasts, infographics. So we're looking at those different types of modalities to share information in as well, and also communicating with the town. So we want more concise public-facing summaries that are accurate, and communication strategies to help residents better understand, the complex topics that we talk about here. And so that's for it for communications. Do you want me to go right into policy?
Before you do so, let me just see if there's any questions for you on communications. Mr. Lolansky.
Are we still communicating with the township on a monthly basis so they can give out a report for the board? Because at the last year when I was on the committee, we were reaching out to the township when they did their weekly reports, so they had something from us to put on there. I didn't see anything in the last township report. Are we still doing that?
No, we're trying to get on. I'm trying, like when we're scheduling, we want to actually try to do something even prior to the meeting. So for me to get on that schedule of when they need it for the Thursday at whatever time. So we're working to get back on to some sort of schedule where we can consistently send it out.
Good, thank you. Yeah.
Any other questions? You want to go into policy then?
Sure. So we have been very active. I think we met 8 times already since January. And so we are currently looking at actively working through, I think it's more than 150 pages of alerts, revisions, legal updates, recommended changes. So we're, looking through like the legal compliance, the consistency with our current regulations, the clarity, all of that stuff, that align with our practices and board governance responsibilities. So we've really talked about shaping like the policy language and just kind of getting through all of these alerts that are on our plate in a timely manner, and we have a few up for read tonight. I don't know if anyone else wants to share more that we've done, but
no, these alerts have been lengthy. And the fact that the committee's been meeting every 2 weeks, it's an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of meetings. So it's been a lot of work this year on policy. Thank you for your work on that. Any comments or questions for policy? Thank you. All right, we are up to our first item for business, which is financial and business operations matters. Mr. Lolansky, would you mind reading that?
And don't forget 26 and 27 at the end.
That's why I picked him.
Okay.
Okay, financial and business operations matters. Superintendent of Schools submits the following resolutions for approval. Number 1, receipt and acceptance of board secretary's report. Number 2, treasurer's report. Number 3, transfers. Number 4, list of bills. Number 5, travel. Number 6, harassment, intimidation, bullying report. Number 7, resolution urging relief from rising public school employee health care costs. Number 8, acceptance of the Local Recreation Improvement Grant, LRIG Award. Number 9, contract for direct install program with Jersey Central Power and Light. Okay. Number 10, award of bid Chromebooks. Number 11, approval agreement with Turnkey Technologies. Number 12, approval agreement with Turnkey Technologies, TTI. Number 13, approval agreement for the elementary school's 10 gig fiber backbone installation. Number 14, approval agreement for 10 wireless access points. Number 15, approval of agreement for HPE Networking Central Foundation AP Switch 1-year subscription license. Number 16, resolution to approve and accept LifePath service agreement for hosted voice services. Number 17, tax levy. Number 18, approval of parental transportation agreement, case number 959, 2026-2027, ESY. Number 19, approval of parental transportation agreement, case number 959, 26-27, SY, school year. Approval of joint transportation agreement with Coast Neck Township Public School District. 21, memorandum of agreement, Marlboro Township School Monitors Association. 22, donations. 23, grants from scope. 24, home instruction. 25, state contract purchases. Addendum. 26, award of contract for HV improvements for Asher Homes and Robertsville Elementary Schools, TMA project number 2518. 27, appointment of outside counsel for Title IX complaint. I so move.
Thank you. Can I have a second, please? Dr. Miskowitz. Any discussions on any of the items here? I just want to thank again on item number 21, which was the memorandum of agreement, Marlboro Township School Monitor. Just want to thank again the work of Mr. Lolansky, Ms. Gandhi, and sort of working with us on that. So thank you for doing that. Glad we have resolved that. Can I have a roll call, please?
Yes. Okay. Mrs. Belomo.
Yes to all, no to 17, no to 26, and abstain from 27.
Thank you. Mrs. Carrero?
Yes.
Mr. Hyatt? $27.
Your mic. You have to put your mic on.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yes, 1 through 26. I'm voting yes on 1 through 26. I'm not voting on 27.
He's abstaining.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Mrs. Jankowski?
Yes to all, except no to 17. Yeah.
Thank you. Mr. Lolansky?
No to 17, yes to everything else.
Dr. Miskowitz?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes to all.
And Mr. Cohen?
Yes to all.
Thank you.
Okay, we are up to personnel matters. Mr. Smith, would you mind reading personnel matters? Begins on page 18.
Personnel matters. The superintendent of the school submits the following resolution for approval. 1, retirement. 2, resignation. 3, termination of employment contract 2025-2026 school year. 4, rescinded employment offer 2026-2027 school year. 5, amended start date. 6, employment secretarial personnel. 7, amended salary certificated staff. 8, amended salaries non-certificated staff. 9, amended salaries non-certificated staff. 10, school counseling summer work. 11, curriculum writing ELA dash writing task linkit revisions GR.1 through 8. 12, curriculum writing ELA dash units of study revisions K through 8. 13, curriculum writing gifted and talented dash prep revisions K through 1. 14, math and summer 2026 virtual facilitators for students transitioning to C-level or accelerated math. 15, curriculum writing math dash revision units or revised units of study based on feedback K through 12 or K through 5. Sorry. 16, curriculum writing math dash revised units of study based on feedback GR 6-8. 17, curriculum writing math revise units of study based on feedback, ALG 1/geometry. 18, curriculum writing math dash revise Google Docs and link it capability based on formatting and data, GR 1-2. 19, curriculum writing math dash revise Google Docs and link it capability based on formatting and data, GR 3-5. 20, curriculum writing math dash revise Google Docs and link it capability based on formatting and data, GR 6-8. 21, curriculum writing math dash revise Google Docs and link it capability based on formatting and data, ALG 1/geometry. 22, curriculum writing math dash check Google Docs and link it capability based on formatting suggestions and data, GR 1-5. 23, curriculum writing math dash check Google Docs and link it capability based on formatting suggestions and data, GR 6-8, ALG I/geometry. 24, curriculum writing math and revised bank of assessment questions for classroom assessments based on NJSLS, NJSLA, MTPS, curriculum assignments and data, GR 3-5. 25, curriculum writing math dash revised bank of assessment questions for classrooms assessments based on NJSLS, NJSLA, MTPS, curriculum assignments and data, GR 6-8. 26, curriculum writing math dash revised RTI forms GR K through 8. 27, curriculum writing technology and engineering design revisions, GR 6-8. 28, curriculum writing technology dash kindergarten mouse / typing skills resources. 29, curriculum writing library media, GR K through 8. 30, curriculum writing health and physical education revisions, GR K through 8. 31, curriculum writing world language revisions, GR 2-5. 32, curriculum writing world language revisions, GR 6 through 8. 33, curriculum writing music, GR K through 5. 34, curriculum writing band and GR 4 through 8.
Mr. Smith, if you want to hand it off to somebody else, yeah, this is like 30. There's 35 more of these.
I
But
think
if you want to, if you're good, you can keep on going. I just didn't want you to feel like you had to read them all.
Okay, K through 8. Yeah. Oh, great. Okay.
You're good.
Oh,
all right. It's a lot.
Yeah, I'll keep going.
Okay.
Mr. Correa, Mrs. Correa just said she'll take it if I need.
Yeah, if you want to pass it on.
Yeah. Okay, which one was that?
You're up to 35.
Okay, 35, curriculum writing chorus, grade 6 through 8.
There you go.
36, curriculum writing orchestra, grades 6 through 8. 37, curriculum writing creative arts, grades 6 through 8. 38, curriculum writing visual and performing arts, grades kindergarten. 39, curriculum writing visual and performing arts, dance and theaters, grade K through 8. 40, curriculum writing visual arts, grade 1 through 8. 41, curriculum writing school counseling and conflict managers. 42, curriculum writing school counseling dash developmental school counseling. 43, curriculum grade level waiver assessments. 44, curriculum ESL screening. 45, curriculum mentor resource facilitator 2026-2027 school year. 46, curriculum writing special education ELA Acadians literacy assessment prep. 47, curriculum writing special education dash math revised units of study, grade K through 5. 48, curriculum writing special education math dash revised units of study, grades 6 through 8. Sorry. 49, curriculum writing special education and I didn't skip one, right? Sorry. Special education math and modified Google Docs and link it items grade 1 through 5. 50, curriculum writing special education math, modify Google Docs and link it items grade 6 through 8. 51, curriculum writing, special education, update POR/ICR scope and sequence, and add resources, grades K through 8. 52, curriculum writing, special education, elementary self-contained, update scope and sequence, and add resources, grades K through 5. 53, curriculum writing, special education, preschool, thematic, curriculum writing. 54, curriculum writing, special education, specialized reading, programming, assessments for grades 2 through 8. 55, curriculum writing, special education, IMSE, materials for teachers, grade 1 through 8. 56, curriculum writing, special education, executive functioning, grades K through 8. 57, curriculum writing, special education, middle school, and self-contained, update, scope and sequence, and ADD resources, grades 6 through 8. 58, curriculum writing, special education, AI tools for special education teachers, grade pre-K through 8. 59, curriculum writing, special education, emotional regulation, impairment, ERI, program materials, and supplemental support for grades K through 8. 60, curriculum writing, special education, middle school, self-contained, community-based instruction, CBI, program writing, grades 6 through 8. 61, curriculum writing, special education, supplemental writing scope and sequence, and teacher resources, grades K through 8. 62, curriculum writing, health services, nurses, or nurses, update nurses manual. 63, special services, parent academy, special education facilitator. 64, student observation, substitute school, 65, substitute school monitors. 66, paid medical disability leaves. 67, unpaid leaves of absence. 68, amended resolution leave dates. Home stretch.
Page 41.
That's the last one?
69.
69, job descriptions. I so move.
Could I have a second, please? Mr. Lewanski. Any discussions on any of these items 1 through 69?
I have a couple of just little corrections.
Corrections, okay.
Okay, page, go to number 16. Oh, no, sorry, go to number 8 first. Sorry, I missed that one.
Go ahead.
The second person down, Michael, his salary was not correct on here.
Under from or to?
From and to.
Okay.
From is 55,765.
765.
And 2 is 60765.
What was it?
60765.
Thank you.
And then on number 16, it's just, the school is wrong. Under Matthew Michaels, it's Marlboro Middle School, not Memorial. The last one, sorry. And in number 60, it's the last change. The last person on the page,
This is 60?
number 60, correct.
1 second.
Yep. Last one on the page, Kaylee, the school is Marlboro Middle School, not Robertsville. That's it. Okay.
Dr. Miskowitz. Can you put your mic on, please? Thank you.
I do have a question. 69 job descriptions. Mr. Blown, could you explain what the Data Analytics and Information Systems Manager is for me, please?
Sure. This is a position that we previously had in the school district, and we're bringing it back. And the way we're bringing it back is through our consolidation. So we're consolidating positions at the board office. This is an absolute need. Every school district has one of these, and we don't. There's a new system called NJ Sleds that New Jersey has rolled out. Used to be NJ Smart, if you've heard of that. So NJ Sleds is now the new system. It's a longitudinal data system, houses everything data and student-facing data. So attendance data, testing data, everything that we have in the school district for student data will be housed in that system, and it requires someone to manage it. That is a full-time job. The regional superintendents, we have a conversation thread that we all talk about various things, and one of the recent conversations was, what is the pay for your person in the district? And when I responded, I don't have one, they were floored. They said, well, who does it? Currently, our assistant superintendent does it, and it's way too much. Now, our assistant superintendent will oversee it to be sure that it's done, but the person actually hitting the keys will be this person, and it is a full-time position. So there's no budgetary impact because the way we were able to bring back this position that was cut at some point a few years ago, several years ago, we've consolidated our positions. So with the retirement, again, we had a retirement. My secretary retired. I am not replacing that position. Now, I will have a secretary, but she's going to be my secretary and a curriculum secretary. So we're technically going down a position, and then we're going to use that extra FTE for this position. So again, a creative way to get what we need, but my belief is when you have the right people in the right positions, they can do more, and everyone's doing more at this point.
A lot more.
So I have a question on number 58. Number 58 is AI tools for special education teachers. A couple years back, we had a technology committee, and then that switched, and then there was a technology plan. We had kind of spitballed that before any AI was brought in, that we would have a chance to know what those products were, who the provider was, and what it was going to look like. So I just want to have more understanding on the AI tools for special education teachers. Is that an AI tool to help write the curriculum, or is that an AI tool that our children are going to be used, that they're writing a curriculum for?
So at this point, we don't have AI tools that the students will be using yet. It's more on the staff-facing side. I can talk to Mrs. Sturcio about the specifics about that, and I can come back to you with what that specific curriculum writing is looking like. But at this point, we are not using any tools that students are actually using.
So that could be like a tool to either monitor the classroom, or a tool to help the teacher prepare their lesson plans, or a tool that won't be student-facing but could be classroom overseeing or teacher overseeing, kind of helping them, guide them through their lesson plans day-to-day, whatever.
I'll get more information from her and I'll report back.
I appreciate that.
I'll also say that if it's the way that I read it, is that AI tools could be very helpful for special education teachers in modifying. So for example, like you could take a picture of like a grade level text and say, revert this 2 grade levels below. It can do something like that. Or take a picture of something and say, take out all of the outside distractions. Like if there's pictures on the outside of a page or something, it could wipe all that out. So that's the way that I read it. So maybe if you can confirm if that's what I'm thinking to be correct, something to help modify and accommodate students.
Sure. I'll come back, and perhaps she can even raise it at the special ed committee level.
Okay.
At some point, we'll come back and report out.
And it is also, where you write the curriculum, and you need the curriculum to be flexible for different performing levels. So it's actually also a very good tool for helping them out. So if that's the way
and
you're
it's so
also thinking,
differentiated as well.
I would love to understand how if you're thinking of that in those terms as well. Any other comments or questions, Dr. Miskowitz?
Right here, you see these 3 ladies here on this side? We have to read all these. So if you think that you had a big job today, we have to read all these guides. So thank you for giving us all this work.
He so moves.
I so move.
In fairness to Mr. Smith, too. I think I made him read the last personnel one at May 5th meeting, so he's now gotten the 2.
I think you did.
It's the two longest now sections that he's had to read, 2 meetings in a row. So with that, if there's no other discussions, can I have a roll call, please?
Yes. Mrs. Belomo?
Yes to all, abstain from 58.
Thank you. Mrs. Carrera?
Yes.
Mr. Hyatt?
Yes.
Mrs. Jankowski?
Yes.
Mr. Lalansky?
Yes.
Dr. Miskowitz?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
And Mr. Cohen?
Yes.
Thank you.
Next item up is policy development and community. Oh, sorry. Before we move on, you got me. Mr. Malone, I believe you have some retirement comments.
I do. I have one. These are retirement comments for Donna Coulter. It is with immense warmth, profound gratitude, and a touch of bittersweet sentiment that we gather to celebrate the extraordinary 21-year career of our dedicated school counselor, Donna Coulter. Over 2 decades of service, she has woven herself into the very fabric of our institution here at Memorial, serving as a guiding light for countless students. Her journey here has been defined by an unwavering commitment to excellence and a deep-seated passion for fostering a supportive educational environment. Her dedication extended far beyond the traditional office walls, whether she was volunteering her time for school-wide activities like the music trips to Hershey Park, supervising concerts and musicals, or supporting our athletic teams. Her presence was a constant source of encouragement. Furthermore, her role as a steadfast advisor for our conflict managers empowered students to develop essential life skills, teaching them the value of empathy, communication, and resolution. Her professional impact is equally impressive and far-reaching. Her contributions to curriculum writing helped shape the academic standards of our district, bringing a thoughtful and student-centered perspective to our educational goals. Her genuine care for their holistic well-being, emotional, social, and academic needs of students created a safe haven for them during their most formative years. As she prepares to transition into this richly deserved next chapter of her life, we offer our most heartfelt well wishes. We know she is eagerly looking forward to the precious gift of time to be fully present with her family, especially her daughter, Jennifer, and her son, Stephen. We picture her finding peace and rejuvenation in the simple pleasures she loves so much, the serene beauty of the beach, attending live music events, and the freedom of long, scenic bike rides. Thank you, Mrs. Coulter, for 21 wonderful years of service. We wish you nothing but joy and relaxation in your retirement. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Malone. And you made my math easy this time. It's only 21, but what a tremendous amount of service over that 21 years of dedication to our community and to our schools. Thank you, Ms. Coulter, for your time here served and the lives of you touched. And we wish you great success and lots of happiness on your next journey with your family. Moving on to the next item we are at, which is policy and community relations. Dr. Miskowitz, would you mind reading that?
The superintendent of schools submits the following resolutions for approval. First reading, P0162, P0162.01, P1643. Number 2, second readings, P0142, P1552. I so move.
Thank you. Can I have a second, please? Ms. Carrera. Any discussions about these two items?
A quick question.
Yes.
So for the notices, we're going to our website. We're getting away from the papers, right? For the policy, we're getting away from posting to the papers. We're going to our website. On our website, do we currently have a dedicated page that will put the notices on?
Yep, that's required, and we already have it.
We actually have a tab, I think, at the top, right, that says legal notices.
So our bids and everything will be there, so someone that could just bookmark that and then click whenever they want and see what kind of bids we have and what's going on. Okay?
And there's also our link is also on the state website that refers people to our legal notices page.
Perfect.
Actually, I think from a transparency perspective, you don't have to go back and find an old newspaper online. You can find it right on the website. It makes it much easier when it has a tab.
No, I like this one. I think
Yeah.
it's great we have it on the tab. So.
Any other questions? Yes.
The The section on legal notices where it says, legal notices that are no longer displayed which shall be kept for at least 1 year, that means kept on the public active website for a year, and then are they put into an archive? Like if somebody needed to look at it 3 years, 4 years down the line, like an auditor or something, they could easily retrieve that?
On the website?
Or just retrieve, like they're archived somewhere, just not to the public, right?
Yeah, we have them all in files.
Okay.
All the notices, but I haven't gotten that far as how we're going to archive it on there, but there will be an archive section. I just don't know how far back. I have to check and see how far back we're required to keep them on the website.
Any other questions on these two items? Seeing none, can we have a roll call, please?
Yes. Okay. Mrs. Bellomo.
No to 1 and abstain from 2.
Thank you. Mrs. Carrera.
Yes.
Mr. Hyatt.
Yes.
Mrs. Jankowski.
Yes.
Mr. Lolansky.
Yes.
Dr. Miskwitz.
Yes.
Mr. Smith.
Yes.
And Mr. Cohen.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. We are up to liaison reports. Freehold Regional High School District.
Sure. You probably saw they passed their 2026-2007 budget. So they, like us, are facing about 3% reduction in state aid, but to a district like that, that's about $1 million. So unfortunately, there will be a tax levy increase at the high school level, which obviously varies by town. Same situation with us, rising healthcare, transportation costs, rising special ed, inflation, on top of the state aid cut. What I will say, though, as a parent in that district, they do a good job at advocating in Trenton in trying to get this S2 formula fixed. Obviously unsuccessful at this point, but fingers crossed. I know Dr. Bleakley, at least at the Marlboro level, has spoken out about it on a consistent basis for years. So we'll see where they go, but same situation as us, unfortunately. Other than that, they have their end of year celebrations, graduation events, and those things we want to.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Hyatt? Okay, the Marlboro Educational Foundation, I know that's Ms. Gandhi's. Does anyone, I know she was, she had a sudden conflict, but does anyone have a report for MEF? No? All right, so we'll have to table that to the next meeting. Marlboro Township Liaison, Mr. Lolansky.
Sure. Thanks to Stephen Dahlia, the township, for providing the information. Marlboro EMS Blood Drive, Friday, May 22nd. Marlboro EMS will be hosting a blood drive at Marlboro Emergency Medical Services, 140 Onecrest, in memory of Gary Lateza. Recreation programs. Registration for summer camp is open to both residents and non-residents, and summer employment opportunities and Marlboro Swim Club memberships are open. More information on township website under the recreation page. Marlboro 250 Essay Contest. Calling on all middle and high school students to submit their papers by May 24th. Details on the township website underneath Historic Commission page. Marlboro Farmers Market Opening Day. The Old Marlboro Farmers Market opens for season on Sunday, May 31st from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. They welcome returning and new vendors. Mark your calendars and look forward for more information soon on the township social pages and website.
Thank you. Any questions or comments for Mr. Lolansky? Okay, we'll move on to Monmouth County School Board Associations. Ms. Carrera?
I don't have an update.
Thank you. New Jersey School Board Association, Ms.
No
Palmer.
update.
No update. Thank you. Scope, Dr. Miskowitz.
The Scope PTO would like to thank the administration, staff, parents, and students for making this year's Walk for Change such a success. The Be Kind theme was incredibly well received and connected beautifully with Disabilities Acceptance Month. We are still counting all the change collected and are so appreciative of the support shown throughout the district. We are already looking forward to next year. In addition, we recently held a T-shirt design contest for next year's Walk for Change shirts, and we'll be selecting a winner soon. We will also be emailing members soon with the date of our next meeting, along with details regarding our end-of-the-year event. Thank you again for your continued support and participation.
Thank you, Dr. Miskowitz. Any questions or comments for Dr. Miskowitz? Seeing none. And the last one is CPAC, Ms. Jen.
Yep. thank you to Angie and Robin. CPAC hosted a virtual webinar on May 6th with Tracy Gillespie, the New Jersey Special Education Ombudsman. It was a wonderful opportunity for those who support students with disabilities to get information to effectively assist their students. CPAC thanks everyone who was able to attend the webinar. CPAC will also be hosting a virtual IEP webinar the evening of Thursday, May 28th. The presentation will focus on general IEP understanding, how to use school data, writing good goals, and parental concerns and rights. More information will be sent via email from Special Services and posted to the CPAC Facebook page with information to access the webinar. CPAC's last meeting of the school year will be virtual on Monday, June 15th at 7:00 p.m. The agenda and link will be sent out through Special Services and will also be posted to our CPAC's Facebook page. If you haven't attended a meeting yet, CPAC's next meeting would be the perfect time to start getting involved. If you need additional resources and advice from other parents and guardians, please check CPAC's website and Facebook pages, as there is a lot of information on both. And I just wanted to add for myself, I am wearing the student-created T-shirt that I bought at the CPAC Special Education Budget Meeting, and Ms. Sturcio had a table full of T-shirts that the kids in the program created, so I am proudly wearing it. It's beautiful. I highly recommend it. I absolutely love it. So there we go.
That's great.
They did an amazing job. I'm so proud of them. Yes.
Where can we get one?
Where could we get one? It's the RI program, right? Yeah. So I'll ask during the special education meeting if they're turning out any more. Yes.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Right? Aren't they fantastic?
Yeah. Listen, we are.
They're fantastic. My T-shirt says, "It's okay to be a little extra."
I love that.
This couldn't be more me, so
That is
proudly
awesome.
wearing it. I'm so extra. Yes.
I love it. Thank you very much for that report. Any comments or questions for Ms. Jankowski? Thank you. Old business. Seeing none. New business.
I have new business. I just wanted to kind of find out what the progress or status of the advisory committee is, because we've only met one time since January. So that, and then also with the special education / curriculum committee, it seems like there's a proposed meeting. I know we've been trying to have one for a few months now. Again, we've only had one thus far. So is that going to be a combined meeting? And if so, how do we avoid a quorum? Is that going to be open to the public? Are we going to have that meeting publicly? So those are just my two questions.
Can you put your mic on?
Mrs. Gross had organized it, but we've been working on with Mary Elizabeth for quite a while, doing the connection between the RTI going into CPAC. And Mrs. Gross has been working on the RTI.
Special education?
I mean special education. Sorry. With the special education portion, and Mrs. Gross has been working with the RTI. They did the RTI manual last year, and we're anxious to see how things are progressing between since they revamped the thing. And it will only be, we shouldn't have a quorum, because it will just be four of us. You, the three of us, and Aditi. So there's no quorum. Am I correct?
Yeah, and the only time you get to a quorum is if you see
Five.
you go to 5.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I won't attend.
No.
So I'm confused because we haven't had a curriculum meeting.
No, we did have a curriculum meeting.
One. We've only had one.
We had it a
one
couple
meeting.
months ago. We just had it a couple months ago. You were, we were agreeing on things that time.
Yeah, we had one meeting a few months ago. But we have all these curriculum guides, so
Yeah.
I'm just trying to understand. I think that we need a designated curriculum meeting and then a designated special education meeting. It seemed like that was getting lost through emails. I know Carrie was on the emails as well, so
Yeah.
I just don't like RTI, I'm sure if there was any issues with the program implementation this year, we would have heard about them. I don't believe it's a focus. I completely understand it being a focus of the Special Education Committee, but we have all 69 of those curriculum items that we just saw, and a lot of questions leading up to that. So having a combined meeting, absolutely no problem, but we need a designated curriculum meeting as
Yeah,
well.
oh, yes, we can have that as well.
So
Yes,
are we
yes.
going to have 2 curriculum
Yes.
meetings
Yes, we will do
before
that.
the next month?
We will do that.
Okay, I was just trying to understand that and what my role in the collaborative meeting would be, since everybody sits on both committees, except
Yeah,
for myself and Mrs.
yeah,
Ganji. So
yeah. Mhm.
I don't know if it's RTI focused, that really seems like it may be just a special education, unless Mr. Blown says there's something that needs to be changed with the curriculum, but I don't really think that would be because I feel like we would have heard about that in the calendar year if there was something going off the rails.
Yeah, no, so we revamped, you know that we revamped the RTI manual. And just for clarification, RTI is not a special ed program, so that would fall. Although it's not a special ed program, it falls under gen ed, but
it's gen ed,
it
and
could
then it
it could
can
traverse
lead
to
into-
special ed. So I think that was
the reason
the
for
feeling.
the combination, correct.
Yeah, but I think it's all of the agenda items you see this evening in terms of curriculum writing. So that's to approve the work. The work has not been done yet. So once the work is done in July, right, starting July 1 is when we're able to start that work. Then, you know, a full review of that via the curriculum committee, but I'll leave that up to the chair to determine that. But yes, RTI is working more consistently, which I think has also been reported out.
That was one of our main concerns, making sure it was consistent across the district.
So I don't have any concerns with RTI because I know the program and
That's exactly what you said at the last meeting.
And it
right?
holds true
Yeah,
today.
Yeah. So I'm not saying anything bad. I'm
um,
saying that's the meeting that I was referring to.
Right, the one curriculum meeting that we had. So I just want to know, because I don't want to get involved in the day-to-day. So RTI to me is something that your teachers handle based off the guidelines that were set forth in the last review and revamp of the RTI guidelines. So that's classroom business, and that's not my business. So unless there was a concern, I just am trying to understand, just very neutrally, just trying to understand the purpose of the meeting, because if it's not an action item, I would just like to suggest that the curriculum committee, with all the work ahead, looks on things that we can have more of an impact on or set a plan for as the summer months come through, instead of a program that we really don't have any jurisdiction or influence over. So that was my concerns with that one. And then with the advisory committee, we've been, since January, we met once in March, we set forth a beautiful plan, and then I haven't heard anything from the committee. So I'm just trying to figure out what we're doing there, because I know we had several interested parties, and I really think that we should have utilized them this year, and if not, then at least get some of them at the table to address issues that have come forth for September over the summer months.
So you're right, the meeting we had was in March, and I have the minutes and the notes from the meeting, and our next steps forward were to update the charter and the key initiatives based upon the discussions we had, which I did, and I actually shared that back out to the committee members. I believe that you were taking on the an initial draft of the communication. Danielle was going to draft the community outreach email. You're going to take a crack at that. I had not seen that, so if I missed it, I apologize.
This is the first I'm hearing if I was going to do that. I'm not the chair. I had no idea.
No, you offered to take that on initially. So that was the notes from the day of the meeting, and that's the notes that I have here. So
I'm glad I asked that question,
and then
I surely don't remember that.
And I think, Jenna, you were going to work with somehow or another the form that we were going to use to sort of to capture people who are interested. So we have to circle back and make sure we get these things done, and let's have a meeting between now and the next meeting so that we can bring these things to closure, so we can move forward with that.
So you want me to draft an email? Is that what I'm responsible for?
I'm going by my notes.
Okay, I don't have those. I don't remember that, but if you could tell me what to do, I will have it done by our next meeting.
All I have, my notes here is that we talked about a need for a community outreach email.
Okay.
And then I had down here that Danielle offered to draft the community outreach email, to do the first draft of it and share it back out to us. Because I think you said, if I remember correctly, you said you had a number of people who had expressed interest with you. But we needed a much more formal process for them to respond back and to collect this information. You did not want to be that source to forward those people to the advisory committee. You wanted them to formally submit their information to the advisory committee to evaluate.
So I'm drafting an email asking, what do you want, a Google form with that, or is Jenna doing the form? Because it's very disjointed, I don't remember.
Let me go back and read. I'm reading my summary of notes here, so let me just go back and look through my notes. I'll send you an email, and we can put a meeting together quickly, and we'll figure out what we need to do.
I look forward to it.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other new business? All right, we are up to the second round of public comments. Do we have anyone signed up?
I do not.
Would anyone like to speak? Seeing no one who wants to speak, can I have a motion to close public comments? Ms. Carrero, can I have a second? Mr. Lolansky, all in favor of closing public comments? Anyone opposed? Seeing none? All right, we are at the last item of our agenda, which is a final executive session that we will be going into. I do not think we have any matters of attorney-client privilege for this one, but we are doing a personnel matter. So we do not expect to return to take any public action after this. So with that, can I have a motion to go into exec session? Dr. Miskowitz, second. Mr. Hyatt, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you very much, everyone, and have a good night.